There is a certain type of person you have seen before. You might not know their name, you might not talk to them every day, but you have noticed them. They stand out in a strange way. They are the ones who never seem shaken. Someone calls them out in front of people. They do not panic. Someone throws a sharp comment at them, trying to get a reaction. They do not rush to respond. Someone tries to embarrass them in a group, and instead of reacting, instead of getting angry or defensive, they stay still. And sometimes they smile. Not a big smile, not a forced one, just a small, calm expression that makes the whole situation feel different. And the strange part is this: the room changes. People start looking not at the person who was targeted, but at the one who tried to create the moment. It feels almost uncomfortable, like something did not go the way it was supposed to, and that is when you start wondering, what do they know that most people do not? Because this is not normal behavior. Most people react fast. Most people defend themselves. Most people feel pressure and show it immediately. But these people do not. They stay calm, and that calm is not weakness. It is not confusion. It is not fear. It is control. A long time ago, people who studied power, leaders, thinkers, observers of human behavior, they all noticed the same thing again and again. Your emotions are not just feelings, they are signals. They show other people what is happening inside you. They show where you are strong. They show where you are sensitive. They show where you can be affected. And the moment someone reads those signals, they gain something. They gain information. And information is power. Every time you react without thinking, you give something away. You show what bothers you. You show what hurts you. You show where someone can push you. It is like handing over a map of your pressure points. Now imagine what happens when that map is no longer available. Imagine someone tries to push you, tries to get a reaction, tries to find your weak spot, and they find nothing. No clear reaction, no panic, no visible shift, just calm. That is when the power changes direction. Now they are the ones unsure. Now they are the ones guessing. Now they are the ones thinking twice. Most people believe calm is something you feel. They think you have to be relaxed inside to appear calm outside. But that is not true. Calm is a choice. It is a decision you make in the exact moment when everything inside you is telling you to react. And the more you practice that choice, the stronger it becomes. There are moments in life where this matters more than anything else. Real situations, social pressure, moments where people are watching, moments where your reaction decides everything. And if you understand how to stay calm in those moments, you change the outcome. Not just once, every time. So stay with this, because something is going to shift in how you see people, in how you see pressure, in how you see yourself. Say this quietly to yourself: I am unreadable. Now imagine this situation clearly. You are standing in a group, maybe friends, maybe co-worker, maybe people you just met. Everything feels normal. Then suddenly someone takes something you said earlier, twists it slightly, and turns it into a joke. People laugh. Not everyone, but enough. And then all eyes move toward you. In that exact moment, your body reacts. Your heart beats faster. Your chest tightens. Your mind starts racing. You feel the urge to speak, to correct, to defend. That urge is strong. It feels automatic. And that is exactly what they are counting on, because this moment is not really about the joke. It is about your reaction. The person who made the joke just made a move. Now the room is watching to see what you do next. If you get nervous, the joke feels true. If you get angry, the joke feels even stronger. If you rush to defend yourself, it looks like you are trying to fix something that hit a nerve. But if you stay calm, something unexpected happens. The energy breaks. The joke loses weight. People start to notice the effort behind it. They start to notice how hard the other person tried to get that reaction. And slowly, without you saying much, the attention shifts. Now the focus is not on you. It is on them. You did not fight back. You did not argue. You did not try to win. You simply did not give them what they wanted, and that changes everything. Because silence, real silence, is powerful. It creates pressure. It makes the other person uncomfortable. They start talking more, trying to fill the space. And the more they talk, the more they expose themselves. From the outside it looks very clear. One person tried to create a moment, the other person stayed steady, and the one who stayed steady looks stronger, not because they said something smart, but because they did not need to. Now think about another situation. Someone who was not on your side before. Maybe they spoke against you when you were not around. Maybe they created doubt about you. Maybe they acted friendly to your face but different behind your back. You noticed it. You felt it. You knew something was off. Then suddenly, everything changes. They start agreeing with you. They support your ideas in front of others. They speak positively about you. They act like they have always been on your side. And it feels good. It feels like things are finally working out, like the tension is gone. But slow down. This is where many people make a mistake. People do not change suddenly without a reason. Something shifted. Maybe your position improved. Maybe they lost support somewhere else. Maybe they now need access to something you have. So what do? Do you trust immediately? Do you open up fully? Do you relax completely? No. You stay calm. You stay polite. You stay respectful. But you stay aware. You watch. You listen. You pay attention to actions, not just words. Because words are easy. Real behavior shows up when things become difficult again. That is the real test. Not what someone says when everything is easy, but what they do when pressure returns. Just because someone stopped going against you does not mean they are truly with you. Those are two very different things, and confusing them can cost you. So stay calm, stay patient. Let time show you the truth. Say this quietly. I observe before I trust. Now think about something deeper. Being ignored, not insulted, not attacked. Ignored. You are in a room. People are talking. But somehow, you are not part of it. They speak around you. They do not look at you. They do not include you. It feels like you are invisible. And that feeling hits hard. Because as humans, we want to be seen. We want to be acknowledged. And when that is taken away, something inside reacts fast. You feel the need to step in, to speak louder, to prove your presence, to make sure people notice you. But here is the truth. The moment you chase attention, you lose its value. You show that you need it. And when someone knows you need their attention, they control it. So instead of chasing, you do something different. You pause. You pull your energy back. You stop performing for people who are not giving you value. You carry yourself like someone who has somewhere better to focus. Because if you are building something real in your life, you do. Your time matters. Your attention matters. And where it is not respected, you become less available. Not in an angry way, not in a dramatic way, just quietly. And something interesting happens. People notice. Because calm confidence is rare, not loud confidence, not forced energy. Just a steady presence that does not depend on others. And that creates curiosity. Now the same people who ignored you start to look again. Because they cannot read you, they cannot control you, and that makes you stand out. Do not chase attention, let it come to you. Say this to yourself. My value needs no validation. Now imagine a different kind of pressure. Something you cannot see clearly, but you can feel it. A story is moving around about you. Not something true, not something you said, not something you did, but it is spreading. You notice small changes first. People act a little different. Conversations stop when you walk in. Some people avoid eye contact. Others look at you like they are trying to figure something out. And you realize something is off. Something has been said. Something is moving without you being there. And your first instinct is strong. You want to fix it immediately. You want to go to everyone and explain the truth. You want to clear your name right now. That feeling is powerful. But this is where most people make a mistake. Not every rumor is strong when it starts. Most of the time, people hear something, but they do not fully believe it. They store it in the back of their mind. They wait, they watch, they move on. But the moment you react with panic, everything changes. Now it becomes important. Now it becomes real. Now people pay attention. Your reaction gives it weight. So instead, you stay calm. That does not mean you stay silent forever. It means you choose your moment carefully. It means you do not let emotion control your response. A calm, simple correction at the right time is powerful. No extra words, no long explanations, no emotional tone, just clarity. Because people are not only listening to what you say, they are watching how you say it. A calm person looks more believable than a panicked one. Your composure becomes part of the truth in their mind. So protect that first. Your dignity matters more than rushing to defend yourself. Now think about another situation. Someone is not attacking you directly. They are doing something more subtle. They are studying you. They bring up certain topics. They mention things from your past. A mistake, a failure, a moment that did not go your way. And they do it casually, like it means nothing. But their attention is sharp. They are watching your face. They are listening to your voice. They are waiting, because they are not really talking. They are testing. They want to see where it still hurts. A small reaction is enough. A pause that is too long. A defensive tone. A slight change in your expression. That is all they need, because once they find that spot, they remember it, and they can use it later. So what do? You stay calm. You do not hide your past. You do not pretend it never happened. Instead, you accept it fully. You become comfortable with it. You understand that mistakes are part of being human. When someone brings it up, you do not react with tension. You speak about it simply, like it no longer controls you, because it does not. When there is no emotional charge, there is nothing for them to use. They came looking for a weakness, but they found nothing open. That is real strength. People can only use what still affects you. When you are no longer affected, they lose that power. Now think about a moment where the room is waiting. You walk into a space, and you feel it immediately. Something is different. People are quiet in a certain way. They are watching you. Something has been said. Something is expected. They are waiting for you to react. They expect you to explain, to defend, to speak quickly, to fix the situation right away. And most people do exactly that. They rush. They talk too much. They try to explain everything. They try to clear everything in one moment. But in doing that, they give control to the room. They accept the pressure. They follow the timing that others set for them. And the more they speak, the more it feels like they are trying too hard. Instead, you do something different. You slow down. You take a breath. You look around. You do not rush to fill the silence. That silence is not your enemy. It is your space. When you stay calm, the situation changes. Now people are not only thinking about what happened, they are watching how you handle it. And that matters more. A person who stays steady under pressure looks strong, not aggressive, not defensive, just in control. You do not look like someone hiding something. You look like someone who does not feel the need to prove anything. And that creates a powerful impression. You do not owe anyone a performance. You do not owe instant answers. You choose when to speak. You choose how to respond. And when you do speak, you keep it simple. Clear words, no extra emotion, no long explanation, just what is needed. The person who controls the pace controls the moment. Say this to yourself: I speak on my terms. Now there is one more level to understand. Some people are very observant. They notice small things, very small things. They watch your face when certain topics come up. They notice your tone when you respond. They see the moment your voice changes. They catch the quick shift in your eyes. These small signals tell them everything. They tell them what you feel. They tell them what affects you. They tell them where to push. And most people give this information away without knowing. Every reaction, every expression, every small shift. It is all visible. So what do? You do not stop feeling. That is not possible. You feel everything, but you control what you show. You decide what stays inside. You decide what comes out. When people cannot read you easily, something changes. They become careful. They hesitate. They think more, because they are unsure. They do not know how you will respond. And that gives you space. Space to think. Space to decide. Space to move the way you want. This is not about being cold. This is not about shutting down. This is about control. You are still human. You still feel everything, but you do not show everything. And that makes a difference, because when people cannot read you, they cannot easily influence you. They cannot push the right buttons, because they do not know where those buttons are, and that gives you an advantage. A quiet advantage, one that most people never develop. This kind of calm is built over time. It does not happen in one day. It happens in small moments. Every time you pause instead of reacting. Every time you stay steady when you feel pressure. Every time you choose calm when it would be easier to respond emotionally. You are building something. Something strong. Something stable. And over time, it becomes natural. People notice it. They may not say it, but they feel it. They feel that you are not easy to shake. And that changes everything. Now step back and look at all of this together. Look at these moments. Someone mocks you. Most people react. You stay calm. Someone suddenly supports you after going against you. Most people trust too fast. You observe. Someone ignores you. Most people chase attention. You step back. Someone spreads something false. Most people panic. You stay steady. Someone tries to find your weak point. Most people react. You stay comfortable. Someone expects you to defend yourself. Most people rush. You slow down. Someone tries to read your emotions. Most people show everything. You choose what to show. In every one of these situations, calm gives you an advantage, not because it feels easy, but because it works. This is a strategy. This is a skill, and it is available to you at any moment. Most people lose control when it matters most. Their emotions take over. They react without thinking, and in that moment, they give away their power. But you can choose differently. You can feel everything and still stay in control. That is strength. That is awareness. And when you practice this again and again, something changes. Slowly, steadily, you become more calm, more focused, more aware, more difficult to shake. People start treating you differently. They become more careful around you. They think before they speak, because they cannot predict you. And that creates respect. Not loud respect. Quiet respect. The kind that stays. Now understand this clearly. Power does not start outside. It does not come from what people say. It does not come from how they treat you. It starts inside you, in how you handle pressure, in how you carry yourself when things are not easy. The world will test you. People will push. They will watch for a reaction. They will wait for the moment you lose control. That will not stop. But your response can change. You can choose calm. You can choose stillness. You can choose control. And when you do that, you become someone who is hard to break. Someone who does not fall apart under pressure. Someone who changes the outcome just by how they show up. That is the goal. Not being perfect, not being emotionless, but being in control. So start now. Start today, in small moments. In simple situations, choose calm, again and again, and slowly it becomes who you are. Say this to yourself: I choose what I show. And remember this, it is not the situation that defines you, it is how you carry yourself inside it. Stay calm, stay aware, stay in control, and most important, stay unreadable. I am the calm in every storm.